Thank you, Honorable Sholei Boss, Deputy Speaker. Waheshimiwa hamjambo. Assalamu alaikum. The Honorable Justice Daniel Musinga, representing the Chief Justice, honorable members of our National Assembly, Dr. Elisha Sebedi Ongoya, Advocate, our Clerk, Mama Sarah Kyoko, Deputy Clerk, Jeremiah Ndombi, directors of different departments, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today is an important day for all of us because we come together after grueling campaigns, and I stand here to say congratulations to each and every one of us for getting the confidence of our constituents and being given the rare privilege to serve the people of Kenya. Equally, I thank each one of you who participated in the election of the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker for the manner in which you voted and the outcome that we have, with you as truly here as your Speaker of the 13th Parliament. I will, with my immense experience, serve you diligently, serve you fairly, have a personal touch with each one of you, and ensure that the Houses of Parliament, the Parliamentary Service Commission, makes it easy and possible for each one of you to serve your electorate and to serve our great republic. We are in a new constitutional dispensation, a constitution that we gave to ourselves in 2010. This constitution brought in place a new order, unbundling secrets that were hidden from the public. And today you will see, for new members, that the secret briefcase that the Minister of Finance always carried to Parliament for budget will no longer be carrying secrets, because you will be the budgeting process drivers. We have, in the new constitution, also made it possible for you as members of Parliament to perform your functions better and to serve the people who elected us better. In our country, we also are aware of the challenges of the gender rule that has had a protracted contest in and outside courts, in and outside Parliament. There's a commitment from our President and all of us in positions of leadership to ensure that our women folk get their space in the leadership of this country. Honorable members, we have three arms of government, and we being one, that is the centerpiece of government. You appropriate for every other arm of government, you audit all other arms of government. I call upon us as members of the 13th Parliament to engage in a positive manner, to add value to the growth of our country, regardless of our political divide, because we have only one country called Kenya. As members of Parliament, you are going to be called upon to execute duties. You are going to be called upon to meet other arms of government, including the judiciary, including the executive. I want us to narrow the gap so that those who are in independent institutions realize that their independence is not to stand aloof, but to work with everybody else. so that we can be able to move our country forward. Your theme here, setting the stage for smooth takeoff, is very important because we have new members, we have veterans like the distinguished Adan Duale, we have Adan Kainan here, those who have been there for a very long time. I want to encourage new members, like my deputy has said, please take the earliest opportunity to learn. Having been in this house for a long time, I remember in the 7th Parliament, when Martin Shikuku, one of the greatest parliamentarians this country has ever produced, challenged a professor on the floor of the House that if you tell me what Standing Order Number 1 says, I will resign. And the poor professor didn't know what Standing Order Number 1 said. So he just fidgeted and walked out in anger. So I encourage you, honorable members, please acquaint yourselves with the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, that you have taken an oath to protect, to preserve, to defend. Acquaint yourselves with the standing orders, so that anything we do on the floor of the House in committees is guided by law. Acquaint ourselves with the privileges laws that govern your privileges and limits your privileges as well, so that we don't go overboard in doing our things. In the House of Parliament, we also expect rules of relevance. I remember in the 7th Parliament again, when we had Francis Ole Kaparo as our speaker, a member shoots up and says, point of order. Interrupts the member who is on the floor, probably contributing to a bill, and stands up and instead of telling the House what is out of order, starts attacking his chief or his DO on a matter that happened at home during the weekend. And the Speaker will always ask, what is out of order? So the most abused phrase in the House is always point of order. Everybody shouts point of order, but stands up and doesn't say what is out of order. We will encourage you, honorable members, that when you shout point of order, which is your right all the time, and the standing orders say when a member calls out order, he or she must be listened to. So when you say point of order, I will encourage you to stand up and say, the Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah has breached this standing order, so I seek a remedy from the chair. The Honorable Robert Mbui has breached this standing order, so I seek a remedy from the chair. It will make our debates very colorful, very, very informative, and very helpful, so that we don't just abuse the word and the phrase point of order. Honorable members, as you embark on learning, I want to reiterate what my dear lady, the Deputy Speaker, has said. 5 years look very long, but they are very short. The moment you are elected, the party that sponsored you has expectations on you. The people who campaigned for you have expectations on you. The people who voted for you have expectations on you. The House of Parliament itself has expectations. The country has expectations. And you may end up being spread too thin, and by the time you go back, you find the ground has shifted, as is commonly said. There are many, many members in this House who are personal assistants to former MPs, who are managers to former MPs, and who are, some even who are clerks of former MPs. And because they help to shift the ground, they end up being the replacement to the people they work with. So I want to encourage you that for longevity, consistency of leadership, we also must have a House blended with veterans and newcomers. So you find your way to fight to the corner of veterans like Duale, like Kainan, like Shakil and others, the better. If I don't mention you, it doesn't mean you are not a veteran. those of you who have been there for 3 terms qualify to be called veterans. I don't know what those who have been there for 6 terms like me